Love. After 60. If a woman wants to sleep with you, she'll say, "This men rarely catch it." Do you ever wonder whether she's simply being polite or quietly hoping you'll take her to bed? Most older men miss the signals women send, not from lack of awareness, but because those signals are meant to be subtle, almost hidden, reserved only for the man she desires. And believe me, she'll never say it directly, even when she desperately wants you to see it. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Vernon again. In today's video, I'll reveal 5 signs a woman only shows when she's truly open to physical intimacy. Signs hidden inside her body language, her tone, and her emotional openness. Before we continue, if you want more wisdom about love, dating, and relationships after 60 insights that help you navigate the emotional landscape of mature connection, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. The knowledge I share here comes from decades of observation, and I want to make sure it reaches the men who need it most. Now, let's begin. The signs always start softly, in the effortless ways she aligns herself with a man she feels drawn to. Open, forward-facing body language. Her interest often shows through her physical positioning, the natural way her body leans, turns, or aligns itself with yours. When a woman is genuinely attracted and open to intimacy, her body responds before her mind has fully processed the feeling. You'll notice her hips, chest, and shoulders naturally turn toward you, even when she's engaged in conversation with others. This isn't a conscious performance. It's an unconscious gravitational pull that happens when someone feels both desire and safety simultaneously. Her knees might point in your direction when you're sitting side by side. Her feet, those honest indicators that rarely lie, will aim themselves toward you rather than toward the exit. But there's more to watch for beyond simple orientation. Notice whether her eye contact extends beyond the socially acceptable 3 to 5 seconds. When a woman holds your gaze for 7, 8, even 10 seconds without looking away, she's communicating something deeper than friendly interest. She's inviting you into an intimate moment, creating a bubble of connection that excludes everyone else. Pay attention also to what she does with her neck and collarbone area. Women instinctively expose vulnerable parts of their body when they feel attracted and safe. She might brush her hair back from her neck in a gesture that seems casual, but reveals skin she normally keeps covered. She might adjust her necklace or touch the hollow at the base of her throat. These movements draw your attention to areas associated with tenderness and vulnerability, signaling that she trusts you enough to lower her guard. Human beings are wired to protect vulnerable areas, the throat, the torso, the center of the body, when they feel uncertain or threatened. The opposite behavior, opening these areas towards someone, communicates trust and attraction at a primal level. After 60, when women have spent decades learning to protect themselves emotionally and physically, this kind of openness becomes even more significant. Michael, a 64-year-old friend of mine, once told me about missing this exact signal for weeks. He'd been spending time with Patricia, a woman from his book club, and assumed her warmth was simply friendliness. It wasn't until another friend pointed out how Patricia always positioned herself facing Michael, how she'd angle her chair toward him even when others were speaking, that Michael realized what had been happening. "I thought I was too old for women to send those kinds of signals anymore," he admitted. "The body says what words cannot," as Martha Graham once observed. And nowhere is this truer than in the silent language of mature desire. Have you ever noticed a woman positioning her body toward you in ways that seem to go beyond casual friendliness? Drop your experience in the comments below. Your story might help another man recognize what he's been missing all along. And when her body starts speaking that clearly, she often follows it with something even more revealing, the way she reaches for you. Sign #2. Lingering touches. Touch is perhaps the most direct form of communication between two people who are considering intimacy. Yet it remains one of the most misunderstood signals among men over 60. When a woman is interested in deepening a connection beyond friendship, she will find reasons to create physical contact, but not just any contact. What distinguishes friendly touch from desire-driven touch is duration and intention. A friendly pat on the arm lasts less than a second. A desire-driven touch lingers just long enough for both people to feel it, to register its significance, to recognize that something beyond casual friendliness is being communicated. She might touch your forearm while making a point in conversation, but instead of immediately pulling away, her hand remains there for an extra heartbeat or two. She might reach across to pick a piece of lint from your shirt, a gesture that requires her to enter your personal space and make physical contact for a reason that's helpful, but also intimate. She might adjust your collar or straighten your tie, actions that involve touching areas near your neck and face, highly personal zones that strangers and casual acquaintances don't typically access. For women especially, touch serves as a bridge between what they feel and what they're ready to say aloud. Touch is the first language we learn and the last we forget, Diane Ackerman wrote in her book On the Senses. After 60, when direct declarations of desire might feel too vulnerable or culturally inappropriate, touch becomes even more important as a communication tool. It allows her to test the waters, to see how you respond, to gauge whether the attraction she feels is reciprocated. What makes lingering touch particularly significant after 60 is that mature women understand exactly what they're doing when they initiate it. This isn't accidental or unconscious behavior. A woman in her 60s or 70s who repeatedly creates opportunities for physical contact with you has made a deliberate choice to communicate attraction through touch. She's inviting you to respond, to match her energy, to build towards something more intimate when both of you are ready. And once touch slows down, she almost always finds a way to be alone with you. 3. Creating private moments. When a woman begins engineering situations where the two of you end up alone together, away from the crowd and the noise and the social performances we all maintain in public, she's creating space for that deeper connection to develop. This sign is remarkably consistent and remarkably deliberate. She might be the last person to leave after a dinner party, finding reasons to help clean up or continue a conversation just a few minutes longer after everyone else has said goodbye. She might suggest meeting for coffee but choose a quiet cafe on the edge of town rather than the bustling place downtown. She might mention, seemingly in passing, that she'll be home alone this weekend, a statement that, on the surface, sounds like casual information but carries an implicit invitation. The psychology here reveals something important about female desire after 60. Mature women understand that genuine intimacy requires privacy, not just physical proximity. In public settings, we're all performing versions of ourselves, maintaining social masks, following unspoken rules about appropriate behavior. But in private, those masks can come down. Real vulnerability becomes possible. Desires can be acknowledged. Intimacy is not purely physical. Bell Hooks once wrote in her Reflections on Love, "It's the act of connecting with someone so deeply that you feel like you can see into their soul." Creating private moments serves multiple purposes for her. First, it removes the pressure of social observation, allowing both of you to interact without worrying about who might be watching. Second, it creates opportunities for more personal conversation, the kind of talk that reveals fears, hopes, past wounds, and current desires. Third, it allows her to express attraction more openly through body language, tone of voice, and physical contact, without the inhibiting presence of an audience. My best friend Robert, 67, shared a story about how long it took him to recognize this pattern with Anne, a woman from his church community. For months, Anne always seemed to be the last person remaining after social events, often ending up in extended conversations with Robert as they stacked chairs or walked to their cars. She'd mention her empty house, her quiet weekends, how much she enjoyed having someone to talk to without all the noise. Robert, assuming she was simply lonely and valued his friendship, never interpreted these moments as anything beyond platonic connection. It wasn't until a mutual friend gently suggested that Anne might be hoping for more that Robert realized what all those private moments had been about. If you've found this video helpful so far, do me a favor and share it with friends who might benefit from this wisdom. Too many good men miss opportunities for genuine connection simply because they don't understand the signals mature women send. Connections that deepen in quiet spaces tend to reveal layers neither person expected. #4. Emotional differentiation. One of the clearest signs that a woman sees you as more than a friend is when she explicitly tells you that you're different from other men in her life. Listen carefully when she says things like, "I feel safe with you," or "I can be myself around you," or "I don't usually open up like this." These aren't throwaway compliments. They're vulnerable confessions that reveal how she experiences you emotionally, and they signal that she's considering whether this connection might evolve into something more intimate. Women over 60 have accumulated decades of experience with men, relationships that succeeded and failed, connections that brought joy or pain, interactions that proved safe or dangerous. By this stage of life, most women have developed finely tuned radar for detecting insincerity, predatory behavior, or emotional unavailability. When a mature woman tells you that you're different, that you make her feel in ways others don't, she's sharing an assessment built on vast experience and careful observation. The phrase, "I feel safe with you," carries particular weight. Safety isn't just about physical protection. Intimacy is being seen and known as the person you truly are. Psychologist David Schnarch once explained in his work on passionate relationships, it's about emotional safety, the feeling that she can be vulnerable without being judged, that she can express desires without being shamed, that she can lower her guard without risking manipulation or betrayal. The psychological foundation here involves what researchers call selective vulnerability. After 60, most people have learned to guard their deepest selves, revealing vulnerability only to those who seem worthy of that trust. When a woman practices selective vulnerability with you, she's performing a test. She's determining whether you can handle her authentic self with care, whether you respond to vulnerability with empathy rather than judgment. When she tells you you're not like other men, believe her, and then demonstrate through your continued actions that her assessment is accurate. When her intentions become this clear, the next shift in your dynamic is almost impossible to miss. Sign #5. Inviting escalation. These invitations rarely sound like direct propositions. Instead, they come wrapped in ambiguity that provides both of you with plausible deniability while still communicating intent. She might say, as the evening grows late, "It's getting late, but honestly, I don't feel like going home yet." A statement that beneath the surface asks whether you might suggest an alternative. She might say simply, "So, what now? After dinner or a movie?" Turning the question of what happens next over to you, while simultaneously signaling that she hopes something will happen next. Watch her nonverbal communication during these moments as well. A soft smile, combined with raised eyebrows, creates an expression of openness and curiosity. A gentle bite of her lower lip, often unconscious, reveals nervous excitement about where the interaction might be heading. Standing or sitting closer to you than the social situation requires demonstrates her comfort with physical proximity and her hope that you'll close the remaining distance. The psychology behind inviting escalation involves a delicate balance between desire and social conditioning. Even in their 60s and 70s, Many women still carry internalized messages about not being too forward in pursuing sexual connection. The invitation to escalate allows her to express her desire while still leaving the formal next move in your hands. After 60, the art of escalation often involves more conversation and less assumption than it might have in youth. I'm really enjoying this time with you, and I'm sensing that maybe you feel the same way. Opens dialogue without demanding anything. I'd love to continue this conversation somewhere more comfortable. If you're interested, responds to her invitation while still giving her full agency. Before you continue, make sure to save this video so you can return to it whenever you need a reminder of these crucial signs. If you've watched this far, you now understand the 5 signs a woman shows when she's genuinely open to physical intimacy with you. These signs aren't games or manipulation. They're honest expressions of desire, filtered through a lifetime of social conditioning, past experiences, and emotional wisdom. After 60, understanding these signals becomes even more crucial. Misreading them leads to missed opportunities for genuine connection. Recognizing them opens doors to intimacy that honors both desire and respect. Desire in mature love is gentle, subtle, and deeply human. A wise man doesn't rush these revelations. He learns to recognize the language women actually speak. He matches that energy with his own authentic desire, and he responds with the emotional intelligence that makes genuine intimacy possible. The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Carl Jung understood that real connection changes everyone involved. Has a woman ever shown you a small signal that revealed far more than her words? A lingering touch that made you wonder? A moment of privacy that felt charged with possibility? Share your experience in the comments below. Your insight may help another man recognize what he's been missing. If this video helped you understand female desire more clearly, hit that like button. If you want more insights about love, dating, and emotional intelligence after 60, subscribe to my channel and check the description below for additional resources on relationship psychology. The journey toward genuine intimacy never ends, but understanding becomes easier when we learn together. And I'm Vernon. Thanks for watching till now, and see you in the next video.